I imagine you've had, needless to say, a challenging couple of days since what happened in Madrid. Can you give us an idea about how you and how all the players are managing to recover emotionally, psychologically, physically after what happened in Madrid?
We will recover. We are better than yesterday, and tomorrow will be worse than today. So it's football, accept it, and we have a big challenge 2 weeks to try to, especially this week where we have the Premier League season in our hands.
You know these players really, really well. What have you said to them in the last couple of days to encourage them, I guess, to put that behind them? What have you said to them?
Nothing. We didn't speak.
You said nothing at all to them?
No. No words can help to feel what all of us we can feel. So it's just a question of time. Try to sleep as best as possible and think the new target. So tomorrow will be the first day we will be together, and of course we are going to talk who we are as a team, what we have done in this semi-final Champions League, how good we have been, not just in these 2 games, in the whole season, and try to do last week. So probably it's one of the moments that since I am manager, more proud I am to be in this club, in this organization, and until the last day I will be here, I will give everything, and we'll do it together with the teams what we have done it. So that's all.
You said there how proud you are of the players, and you shouldn't lose sight of what they've achieved. Is this group of players capable of winning the Champions League at some stage? Obviously not this season, but in the future. They have what it takes to do that?
No, I don't know. It's a question I cannot answer, so I don't know. Before Madrid, I didn't know we were able to win it. So sometimes you ask me questions, all respect, honestly, I know you have it, but I have the answer to all your questions. But football is incredible and predictable. We saw it, and I cannot. But this team or this club, this is my feeling I have. Maybe I'm wrong. So didn't buy or took over the people from Abu Dhabi, Sheikh Mansour, to buy this club and invest in these incredible facilities and invest in players like a lot of other clubs in the world to be what we live the last years, is not to win just the Champions League. So they did it to be there in all competitions and every season compete in all competitions until the end. The Champions League not at the beginning and the end. We want to do it. Maybe I'm not good enough to help the team to do it. Nobody knows what happened with another manager, another players, nobody knows. But they are to be there as much time as possible in all competition. And we have to do it. So for us it's an honor. So for the people, I know that they don't appreciate the thing what this club is doing. Maybe it's not enough, but for me it's incredible, remarkable. So being in the semi-finals in the Champions League again after last season and making steps to be in there and compete against an outstanding team in this competition the way we did it, at home and away. So we were close, not close enough because the team who wins is deserve it. So in Madrid is in the finals because deserve it. For what they have done or we not have done, they deserve it. So we were not close enough, but we were there. And this is my feeling, because it's all our life, it just depends. Win the Champions, or win the Champions, or win the Premier League. Nothing what we have done since they took over 1 decade ago, with all the players before me, managers were before, don't make sense. So it is that okay, chance next season wanted to try. Knowing is so difficult, because the teams are good, and just count the teams they are behind of us on quarterfinals or last 16 or no group stage, they didn't qualify. How good they are not there. So I know for the people they want to do it. Yeah, because we'll not accomplish. Okay, you want to be in that way, I accept it. So since day one, I'm sorry, I have to handle it that. That's not a problem with me. It's for the fact that it's not about that. It's about to, in the Premier League again, being there, in the FA Cup semi-finals again. And Champions League semi-finals. This season could not happen, but even the Carabao Cup 4 times in a row. This is the club want to be. That's why they seduced me to come here for that. I don't ask you won any title. Never ask me anything in the club. It's anything to play as good as possible, to compete with all the teams in England and all the teams in Europe when we are able to play, and compete it there. This is the reason why. It's completely opposite what the people think about it. You know? No. I'm not saying it's fairly or not fair. I'm not saying that. What the people say, if this group of players or this manager don't win the Premier League, they will be a failures. Accept it. And completely disagree. Completely. But the people who's in the sport, you know how we know how difficult it is everything. But I accept it. So I'm not going to make a debate that you are right, I'm wrong. So I'm wrong, or I'm right, or you are wrong. So no. You can do whatever you say, whatever thing. I said that as a club, the feeling that we have is a start and try to do it. We are sad. Of course we are sad. We didn't talk because everyone was inside of himself, you know, we were close and we couldn't do it because the first, above anyone, it was the players. They were that they wanted to play again the final of the Champions League. But for this club, compete against Real Madrid the way we did it, it's a joy. I don't forget 1 week ago the way we played here against them. How close we were to make, wow. But we couldn't do it, and I said, okay, there is the competition, go there, you have to make challenge. We were not good enough. We were good, but not enough to do it because the other team, and I give a lot of credit what they are. And I said right after, congratulations Liverpool and Madrid, because if they are in the final, they deserve to be in the final. We were close, yeah, definitely were. They know it, we know it, but important next season we're going to try, and if it doesn't work, they're going to try again. It doesn't work, we're going to try again. And in the Premier League, in the Carabao Cup next season, we want to go further than we were this season. This is when became a club. A club like I said, oh, this club is great, it's good. Just remember, names all the clubs in Europe, the big ones, every year are there. And the last years we are there. And we're going to, but sometimes not possible. So involved in our lives, in football, in our lives, sometimes you do everything and you don't achieve it. What is the problem with that? Okay, we don't achieve it, we didn't achieve it. Yeah, okay. Next day, try to do it. Good moments celebrated, bad moments more sad than usual, like it happened last days, and continue to do it. And I think this club is good for this.
That is the standard of Man City and Pep Guardiola at the moment. The fact that they didn't make it to the final, and that's considered an underachievement. But what do you think has been holding City back, you know, in all the years that Pep has been in charge in the club? He's been there, since 2016, right? And as he said there, he'll try. City are up there competing every season in the Champions League, and they still haven't won it. What do you think is that one thing that they're missing that has, not won them the Champions League, essentially, despite all the money that they spent?
A lot of people say the mental fortitude that clubs like Real Madrid, Liverpool have built, because when you look at the history of the Champions League, right? Fikir balik sejarah Champions League, of course, we know Real Madrid, this is the 17th time they've made it to the final. They've won 13 titles, Real Madrid, and they've got that mentality drilled within their players that the Champions League is the elite competition in European football. Same like Liverpool. Look at the amount of times they've been there, and you can see that the players are drilled with that mentality. I'm not saying Man City players are not drilled with the mentality. They're such a strong team. They're so good to watch. They are easy on the eye. Antara pasukan yang, if you ask me, Man City are still the best club team in the world. If you ask me, bila kau nak tengok game bola dan kau nak enjoy tengok game bola, corak permainan yang cantik, Liverpool, Man City are among the best. Real Madrid maybe in that category. What happened dalam game tu adalah 1 dalam sejuta. Leading dengan kelebihan 2 gol, aggregate 5-3 dengan baki 2 minit, seminit sebelum whistle dibunyikan, is something yang kau tak boleh nak jangka, kau tak boleh nak prepare. Yes, kau boleh point kepada mistake, siapa mistake ni apa semua, tapi benda tu berlaku sekelip mata. So, aku rasa Pep akui, that's why kau nampak macam mana dalam penghujung game tu, kau nampak macam mana Pep pergi kepada Zinchenko, kepada player-player dia. Dia sekadar bagi kata-kata semangat je sebab dia dah tahu player dia dah bagi. They gave more than 110% the game. You cannot ask more from players, right? And the fact that apa yang Pep cakap tadi pasal there's no words. Ibarat ada orang kesayangan kau dah meninggal dunia and kau cuba nak ambil hati dia dengan kata-kata. Tak ada kata-kata yang boleh memulangkan balik orang tu yang dah gone forever. Kau kena benarkan player-player tu untuk grief secara bersendirian, untuk merasai dan memikirkan apa yang berlaku kan. So, not easy. And bila aku tengok Pep bercakap ni, aku melihat seorang individu yang sangat berkarisma. Someone yang even dalam momen paling rendah dia still boleh luahkan. Dia sendiri meluahkan. Club is telling him that they want a system, they want to play better football, and that's what he has achieved. No one can question, mempersoalkan apa yang Pep dah buat untuk kelab ni. No man, he's won multiple Premier League titles. Yes, fine. Sejak Barca dia belum menang lagi. Ada orang kata ada African curse. Agent Yaya Toure yang mengatakan benda tu dah jadi lawak jenaka troll dalam social media, tetapi aku dah mula percaya mungkin ada kebenaran dalam African curse yang dikatakan itu kan. Tetapi hakikatnya Pep will eventually win it. I believe his team are too good not to win it. He was unlucky again this time. Before this orang kata Pep overthinking.
Right.
A lot of people say Pep overthinking, tapi dalam game tu kau tengok balik, ada ke overthinking?
Tak ada. Tactically, I think for the first 90 minutes they were perfect.
Right?
Yeah.
So when I look at the way he played, he took out KDB because he was not 100%. He's still carrying a knock from previous games, from the Atletico game.
But he's getting criticized for that. A lot of people on social media are saying that his substitutions are what cost the game. And he should get out, and that City should bring in a manager who can win the Champions League.
Yeah, fair. Maybe you could say that he made a mistake by taking out the best players. Because he took out Mahrez, he took out Kyle Walker. Okay, Kyle Walker still carrying an injury. So aku faham benda tu. KDB dia kata bukan sebab injury, dia kata sebab tactical kan. So, yelah, in a way dia kena akui jugalah kesilapan taktikal dia. Tapi aku tanya kau balik, berapa kali dalam sejak 2016, sejak Pep masuk ni, dia buat kesilapan? Overthinking, yes. Yes, dalam final last year mungkin sebab dia tak turunkan Rodri dalam kesebelasan utama, mungkin faktor. So it's just important moment yang mungkin Pep kali ni tak ada overthinking tapi lebih kepada underestimate pasukan lawan. Tapi at the end of the day, player yang dikeluarkan juga Rim yang membawa kepada jaringan Mahrez. So kalau kau nak kata decision dia, salah dia, tak juga sebab dia keluarkan player, Mahrez score. Kelebihan 2 gol dalam game tu. So apa, and imagine kalau Grealish score gol hujung-hujung game tu, kita mungkin duduk kat sini sembang pasal benda lain lah. Kita mungkin sembang pasal Man City Liverpool final. So aku rasa kau tak boleh nak kritik Pep terlebih-lebih sangat lah. Itu pendapat aku lah.
Tapi at the end of the day, when you are playing at this level lah kan of football, all the clubs are equally good. It's all about the fine margins. Betul tak? It's just macam you said, it's the little things that maybe like last season, not bringing on Rodri, and then this season, the substitutions. What about the fact that maybe in the beginning of the season that they did not get that recognized striker that they were supposed to get? Not getting Harry Kane. That could have contributed to some goals in this match.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, when you think about it,
more goals.
I like what you said there, Rim. Aku setuju dengan kau sebab apa you cakap pasal Harry Kane tu, kalau tengok balik kepada first leg yang City menang 4-3, when they won 4-3, they could have won that game easily by 7 or 8 goals, right? And it was a lack of finishing in that game that cost them eventually. Imagine if they were carrying a 2 or 3 goal lead to Bernabeu. It would have been a different game, right? And then you go to Bernabeu, not many chances defensively, very tight. Not many chances were created until Mahrez scored that goal. Yeah. So you could argue that if they had a recognised centre forward playing for them, that could have been the difference, right? And that probably is going to be the difference next season. Like if Haaland comes in, if it's confirmed, that's going to be a huge signing for them. But the question also boils down to, in Pep's system, he's never really had a recognised number 9. He's never really had a centre forward. Everyone drifts around, right? And the question becomes, how does Haaland play in this team? Because Haaland's the kind of player who thrives in space. And if he doesn't have the kind of space to move, and he's playing in a system where he likes to pass. He's a great passer of the ball. But at the end of the day, when it's compact against in teams against Premier League teams, it's going to be tight, it's going to be physical, it's going to be compact. Whether Haaland and not can adjust to that, that's another question mark. So doesn't mean a centre forward is going to solve all your problems.
But it could be a step closer to their dreams of a Champions League.